So I'd like to start by asking a question. If your doctor makes a decision about a medical diagnosis, do you trust that decision? Hopefully their years of training and experience means the decision they have come to is the correct one. But what if you replace your doctor with an automated AI system? Is the decision still going to be correct? Can you actually understand how that decision has been made? And what if it was made in under a second? Unfortunately, many modern AI systems are black boxes. We understand the data they are trained on, and we can see the predictions they are making, but we don't actually know how they're making those decisions. We don't know what's going on under the hood. So that's the aim of explainable AI, is to take black models and actually try and work out how they're making their decisions. I specifically look at explainable AI for high-resolution images. So this could be satellite data, it could be cancer scans. The main thing is these images are very high resolution and cannot be processed by normal machine learning methods. Instead, we use a method known as multiple instance learning, which breaks the image up into smaller patches that can actually be processed. The advantage of this approach is that you don't have to label each individual region in the image. You only have to have the high-level label, which saves lots of time in terms of labeling and also money in the cost of doing that labeling. So examples of datasets that can be approached with this, and the example that I've given on the slide, is looking at trying to predict if a patient is at risk of developing colorectal cancer. So we take histopathology side, which are tissue samples taken from the body and then processed under a microscope, and then we break those up using multiple instance learning and make decisions based on those. But if we get a decision just saying a patient is at risk or not at risk, that's not particularly useful as we don't know why that decision has been made. So I've developed techniques that allow you to take these trained models and actually try and get an understanding of how that decision has been made. In this case, it's highlighting the cells that the model has used to actually derive that decision, i.e. which cells indicate the patient is at risk. This is far more useful than just getting the prediction and actually means the doctor and the clinician that's working alongside this system actually gets an understanding of why the decision has been made, and it helps both also build confidence in their own decision making, but also trust the decision has been made correctly. So while colorectal cancer is one application that I've looked at, my techniques also apply to any multiple instance learning model because I've developed it in a model agnostic way. So it doesn't really care what the underlying structure of the model is, so it can be applied to any current type of model we have or models that are developed in the future. Other application areas include looking at monitoring land uses from satellite imagery or tracking boats in the ocean. So while in the future your doctor may not be a robot, they might have an electronic teammate that helps them make decisions. Thank you.